Hello, Miss Jet. It's me. It is 9:20-ish here, so 2:20 in the morning. You should be asleep, even though it's Saturday night where you are, or Sunday, early Sunday morning. Um, I had to have our little safety meeting this morning, and that ran about 30 minutes. We had to watch little videos on weird things about chronic unease and uh, mind traps and just weird social things that we don't normally talk about out here. But that's what we had. But I got your message, and it reminded me of a video I sent you some time ago. I can't remember when exactly, but it was about resonance. I don't know if you remember it. I remember it. But there's two types of resonances. There's destructive resonance. I'm sure you've probably seen videos of the Tacoma Narrows Bridge and how resonance can be destructive. But then there's also, the opposite of that. I believe it's called. It's not called resonance. Constructive interference, something like that. Anyway, constructive interference is good. In a social setting, brings people together real close, gets bonds really quickly. Destructive resonance, on the other hand, can be a very destabilizing thing to happen. So, let's talk about this in context of your message you sent me. Our, what's the word? Synchronicity, is that even a word? I don't know. I'd have to Google it. Is quite spooky, really, because what you just sent me in your text message was the exact same thought that I had just not even 2 days ago, like day before yesterday. So it's kind of weird. um, uh, and at the time, I just kind of brushed it off as just an intrusive thought. It's a function of the time. We we don't get to spend a lot of time together, and we don't get to talk a whole lot because I'm out here. I get off work. It's 11 p.m. at your house. You have a normal day job. And you are not an early bird, and I am highly respectful of your schedule. That's why I don't pressure you for video calls. I would be cool with a video call every day, but I understand, you have demands on your time. You have things that you need to do, so I'm not going to pressure you into that at all. At the same time, I'm out here doing, 12 hours a day for 28 days straight. I can't really just wake up in the middle of the night and, have a video call. That would just not, it would not be pleasant for people to be around me in a situation like that once the day actually started. Last night was tough. I'm tired right now. I'm going to get this video done, and then I'm going to go to sleep. So, as I said, that your openness and honesty, that's quite refreshing. People normally wouldn't, throw that out there like that. But what you said after you said that, where, let me see if I can pull it up here. My feelings for you, though, are stronger and more certain. Where's the full screen at? It's right there. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like I said, your whole message was just something that popped into my head just 2 days ago. It's just weird. And it's just I still believe it's just a function of time. And what's funny, there's really not anything funny about it, but kind of what's interesting about it is I had a suspicion that it was going to happen. There were going to be times where I felt like, you were drifting, and there were going to be times when you felt like I was drifting. And that's most of the reason why I pushed for an earlier meeting, in your, instead of waiting for your summer, but that's what we planned on, and that's where we're at. So, yes, I do still feel the same way about you. I may not always be able to match my same energy all the time. It has nothing to do with you or my feelings for you. It has everything to do with the fact that our time zones are in such a disarray right now that when I'm at work, it becomes very, very difficult for us to have daily conversations. And another thing is the position that the ship is in. We're not working. We don't have a contract. We're out here doing repair and maintenance on everything. Whereas if we did have a contract and we were working, yeah, some days a piece of equipment would break and I'd have to go fix it. But if a piece of equipment didn't break, I wouldn't be doing anything. Maybe check on a few small pieces of equipment, but I wouldn't have any big projects that I would have to get done all the time. Like now, today sucked, but yeah, that's the status we're in. My brain's not really working very well, so I can't really speak with a lot of clarity at the moment. But you said that, your feelings for me are stronger and more certain, and I trust you, so I am going to believe that, and I would ask that you did the same for me, even though sometimes it may not seem like it, because I just, I'm out here trying to keep my mind on work or whatever. So, now that said, is now a good time to talk about this upcoming trip and maybe postponing it? You said, what'd you say? I can't quote right now. I'll always go with what's convenient and practical. Now, I think I've said this before. There's nothing practical about this, but I'm going to make it work. I'm committed to making it work. But as far as convenience, it's perfectly convenient for me. I mean, hell, I work, 3 weeks on, 3 weeks off. It's probably going to change to 4 weeks on, 4 weeks off here pretty soon. So the convenience for me was nothing. It was perfectly convenient. I can go anywhere, do anything, have a vacation, every 4 weeks if I want, every 3 or 4 weeks if I want. But as it stands now, the best estimate on when we are going to arrive in the Gulf of Mexico is the 10th. Now, does that mean we're going to get there late at night on the 9th, and then I'll be getting on a boat to go to the shore, to go to the airport on the morning of the 10th? In that case, I will have about 18 hours, 12 to 18 hours at home before I'll be getting on a plane to go to New Zealand. And then whenever I come back, I will have one full day at home. So that will be 36 hours at home over the span of 9 weeks, possibly 10, depending on if they move us to 4-week rotations when we get back, which I kind of suspect that they will. So, and my stress levels are through the absolute roof, wondering if I'm even going to make it home because make it home in time, because say we do get there on the 10th, well then I'm not going to get off here until the 11th, and my plane leaves from Portland on the 11th. Probably a cool 6 to 7 hours before I ever actually land in Portland on a normal crew change day. So it's really not looking good. And but it has nothing to do with my feelings for you. I still really, really want to go. It's just getting really, really inconvenient, and my stress levels, like I said, are I'm having trouble keeping a handle on them because so much is up in the air and to be determined at this point. So, yeah, it looks like I might actually have to wait until your winter break. And I hope you're cool with that. Because if you're not cool with that, that would tear me up. But I'm doing the best I can here. I know I said when I made that video after the Glass Beans concert, I said, be patient. and that's really all I can ask for. I mean, this is an abnormal situation I'm in. It's, the only reason I only have, 12 days at home is because of this Curacao trip, the way they changed all the schedules so that when we got back, everybody's schedule was the same. If they had Christmas off before, they would still have Christmas off because everybody makes plans. So they were trying to keep everybody's time off as much the same as possible once the holidays roll around, Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and things like that. So yeah, I've got a lot on my plate. We've got a lot on my mind. But I still think about you all the time. I still want to talk to you all the time. My feelings for you have not changed. Although I do kind of feel guilty, about the fact that because of my work schedule, I can't, talk to you all the time. But we'll make it work, or I am committed to making it work, and hopefully you are too. This is a strange, not traditional situation, for you and for me, but I'm doing the best I can. You just have to trust me on that. I don't even know when I was supposed to go home. November 6th. Yeah, so I'm supposed to go home in 12 days, so less than 2 weeks, but it's not looking good. That not only are we staying here a couple of days so that they can come and scrape barnacles off the hull of the ship, they're doing it here instead of there just because of the money. I think it costs $25,000 here and it costs $100,000 off the coast of Louisiana. But not just that, even if we weren't doing the barnacle cleaning, we wouldn't be heading north now anyway, because there's that big tropical storm that is just kind of hanging out, just sitting there, destroying and flooding Jamaica as we speak. So I feel sorry for those people, because I know how much rain just a tropical storm can dump. I grew up in the Gulf Coastal Plains. I've seen plenty of it. Monsoons have nothing on a tropical storm. And then, add a hurricane force winds, if it does develop to a hurricane, which they say it will, then it gets worse. The good thing is all the models have it, when it finally moves north, it'll go north and slightly northeast. So we will have a clear path to get back home, because we'll be traveling northwest. And there'll be no problem. Right now we have a 7-hour time difference because your time, you fell forward, so you went 1 hour forward, which means that a normal 6 a.m. for me is 11 p.m. for you, not 10 p.m. for you. And I think our time is going to change either this weekend or next weekend. But so we'll be 1 hour closer together. But that's not going to last very long, because as soon as we start heading north, we're going to cross over from the Eastern time zone to the Central time zone, and I'll lose that hour again, and we'll be back to 7 hours difference. Until I get home, where when I get home, we're only 5 hours difference, and it's not too bad. Sorry, this was a long and rambling message, but I didn't have a script, and it was really important that I said some things. Yeah, I miss you. I want to see your face like all the time, but I don't get much of a chance. You're not much of a selfie taker, and we can't really video chat too much because you have to get your sleep, and I have to get my sleep, and we're just doing the best we can. Offshore life is tough on social connections, but I think I told you that before. Until then, until tomorrow, or the next day, or whenever we can talk. Bye. Love you.